All right, here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Kenya trip that's coming up. This is a video that I'm going to post online that people can follow along or review. I did try the Ustream video, however, that didn't work real well because of the echo and the repeat and all those kinds of things. So just in case the Ustream does not work today, we are going to post this on YouTube and Facebook so that you can follow along. In the packet, or in the email today, you've gotten this, which is obviously backwards in the camera, but I'm going to read this to you. This is the 2011 Kenya trip itinerary, and I'm going to go through this day by day. Day 1, this is the day we leave, Tuesday, June 14th. Many of us will be leaving from the Van Gelder bus station at 12:30. That is the time that the bus leaves. It's $28 a ticket one way. So you can purchase that there. We should be there a little bit beforehand to unload our bags, take pictures, and that is where I recommend that the family drop off the traveler. From the bus ride, we should arrive at Chicago O'Hare at about 2:35, and we depart at 5:10 on British Airways flight 0294. From there, we will be in the air as we come into Wednesday, June 15th, day 2. We'll arrive at London Heathrow 6:55 a.m. We depart London Heathrow on British Airways flight 0065 at 10:20 a.m. We arrive to Jomo Kenyatta Airport in Nairobi, Kenya at 8:55 p.m. From there, we will go through customs. Remember that you should have either $25 or $50 cash on you to pay the visa and go through customs. From there, we'll check our bag or get our bags and meet Garanuk Travels outside. We'll lead the tour. We'll load the touring vans and load up for the international villages in Nakuru. We should arrive there Thursday on day 3 at June 16th at 2 a.m. We'll unload the vans, move into the cabins, and get some rest. In the morning, we have now switched to Kenya time, so you'll see on the itinerary there are no exact times because in Kenya things just flow. So we'll welcome and breakfast when everybody gets up. After that, we'll hike to No Man's Land and take a look at exactly where we are on the Kenyan landscape, overlook the different schools and communities and Lake Nakuru. After that, we'll visit Hopewell High School and the high school kids there, and head over to, actually we'll have lunch there with the Hopewell kids, and just spend the day there, maybe go for a walk around the neighborhood, and settle down for a dinner at the IV, in which we'll do a traditional Kenyan dinner, goat roast, we'll roast a goat, ugali, and those kinds of things. In the morning, day 4, Friday, June 17th, again, we'll start with breakfast, and we're going to meet and volunteer and have lunch with Brigay Self-Help Group. Brigay is a very good friend of ours, and James Yagon is the manager of that group, and we all work really well together. We'll volunteer there and have lunch with the Brigay, see their school, and all those other things that are going on. Okay, from there, we'll come back towards the IV after lunch, and we'll spend some time with students from Kiptenden, which is the elementary school right across from the International Village in Nakuru. We'll settle down and have some dinner and a campfire at the IV and enjoy the beautiful landscape at night and stars and those kinds of things. Day 5, Saturday, June 18th, we're going to head into town after breakfast. We'll volunteer at Nellie's Orphanage, either have lunch on our own or maybe with the kids, and we'll spend some time in Nakuru town. This is where we're going to do most of the shopping, money exchange, and those kinds of things. There's a grocery store there called Galani's. There's also a restaurant that people like to eat at if they want to do that for lunch, and that'll be very an exciting time and fun. After that, we'll head over to the Hotel Kunste, which is the first hotel we stayed at in Kenya, and we'll have dinner on our dinner will be paid for. Each traveler will pay for that. Again, go back to the IV, settle into our cabins, and go to sleep. Day 6, Sunday, June 19th, is breakfast. Then we're going to travel to Thompson Falls, which is roughly an hour and a half away. We'll have lunch at T Falls. On the way home, we stop at the Equator, and we will have dinner at the IV on that night. T Falls and the Equator, it is pretty much a whole day trip. We will get back to the IV a little bit earlier than usual, but not too much. Day 7, Monday, June 20th, breakfast. We're going to plant some trees with the community and have the Hopewell party, where we'll go to the Hopewell High School, have a party, dance, music with the students there, settle down at the IV with some friends, and have dinner. Day 8 is Tuesday, June 21st. We're going to travel to northwestern Kenya to a city called Sayea, and where Job, one of our good friends, is from. There we'll visit with community elders, Job's family, school. We'll be staying in a hotel in Sayea, and as we talked before, the hotel there and dinner are on their own. This was not a trip that was originally planned with the budget, so that'll be covered by the travelers. Okay, day 9, we'll still be in Sayea. We'll wake up. Breakfast is included in the hotel. We'll visit Lake Victoria. Very much possible that we will visit the home of Obama or Obama's ancestors, that city at least, and travel back to the IV for dinner. Lunch, again, is on your own, Wednesday, June 22nd. Day 10, Thursday, June 23rd, we have breakfast, then we leave for Safari. Safari is a long drive from Nakuru. We'll stop in a town just outside of the Safari called Narok for lunch, which is included. Arrive at the tented campsite, quickly put our stuff in our tents before going back out for an evening game drive and back for dinner. Friday the 24th, all day is on Safari. We have breakfast, we leave. Lunch is actually on the Masai Mara. We'll see the Mara River, cross into Tanzania, and have dinner at camp. Before getting up on day 12, Saturday, June 25th, early morning game drive. So we get up, it's still dark out, you crawl out of bed, get in the vans, and you go out onto the Mara when it's still dark. You get out on a hillside, and then from there you are quiet, and you watch the sunrise come up. It's fantastic. We go for an early morning game drive, maybe see some cats, and come back for a late breakfast. Pack up our stuff, travel out, lunch in Narok. We continue to Nairobi from there as we're flying out this day. Dinner will be on our own depending on where we eat. And our flight departs NBO, which is Jomo Kenyatta Airport in Nairobi, British Airways flight 0064, and that's at 11:40 p.m. That will put us Sunday, June 26th, day 13 in London Heathrow at 6:20 a.m. We'll have about a 5-hour layover there and depart London Heathrow 11:45 on British Airways flight 0295. We'll arrive at Chicago O'Hare approximately 2:15 p.m., make it through customs, and get picked up. Now, you can get picked up by your friends in Chicago. Some of you may continue on to flights elsewhere in the United States, and some of you may decide to take the buses back with Van Gelder, which again is $28 one way. I would plan for at least 1 hour to make it through customs. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's not. And it is nice to get picked up if at all possible. We've been traveling a lot. It is nice to get into a regular car with people you know and get some real American food by that point in time. Okay, so send your questions my way via email. Phil, PHILL.clam, KLAMM, at Edgerton, EDGERTON, .k12.wi.us, and I can reply to those immediately or could create a video. Now tonight we will be online and trying Ustream. If that does not come through, you can use this YouTube to get an idea of the itinerary and find any questions. But when I tested out Ustream today, it did seem a little fidgety. So, but I will post this out, email this to you all now. If you have questions, send them to the email. I will also include the Ustream address for this. So any questions, send them my way. Feel free to give me a call, and we can chat. We leave again Tuesday, June 14th. That's 2 weeks from today, believe it or not. Okay, thanks a lot. Looking forward to traveling with you all. Goodbye.